This might be one of the most OP transformations in Wukong Black Myth. And believe it or not, most people will completely ignore this spell throughout the game. Azure Dust is a spell unlocked by helping out the trader near the Squall Hideout Shrine in Chapter 2, and allows you to transform into a massive Rock Guai.
Oh, you got me, Squall! Mercy! Mercy!
And on the surface, this transformation seems clunky and boring. I mean, at this point, we fought plenty of these guys, and they're really not a threat. But if you look closely, you'll realize that this transformation is completely immune to all 4 banes, and it builds up might when it's hit. This is perfect for some of those tougher bosses that charge at you with bane attacks, such as Frost or Thunder. This transformation also comes with 3 different attacks: the Earth Shatter, which I'm really hoping isn't just a translation error, a light attack that has you head slamming your opponent 3 times, each blow doing more damage than the last, the Mountain Splitter, which is a heavy attack that you can charge up and use to dash forward, hitting everybody in your path, and the 3rd attack, which is actually a spell, Rockfall. This spell lets you jump into the air and smash back down on the ground, creating a shockwave that does AoE damage. Altogether, when you're well into a battle and the boss decides to go in for a 2nd or 3rd phase, throwing everything they have at you, transforming into this Rock Guai counters most of the incoming damage, and it lets you build up might. Now, when should you use this transformation exactly? Like I said before, you want to wait until later in the fight when they're entering their last phase. You also might want to look for opportunities when the boss charges at you and gets extremely close, because this guy doesn't really move fast. But given the right timing, you'll probably be able to get a few of your light attacks off. But the real synergy with this transformation comes with its heavy attacks, which can stun the boss out of its next move. Now, before we get into specific examples, I do want to say thank you for watching. I really like making these videos, and if you like them too, give it a thumbs up, for the algorithm. Anyway, let's take a look at an example with the Kang-Jin star boss fight in Chapter 3. You can see here that after landing a few hits, we transformed just in time for her to hit us with a barrage of spikes. And what normally would have us running around and dodging the entire time turns into us gaining some might and absorbing that damage. Once we get closer, you can see that while she's able to get some of those attacks off, they're effectively cut short every time. We're also able to charge up for a heavy attack as she transforms into her dragon form, negating the damage and perfectly timing an attack as she drops. Another great example of when to use this in battles with Cyan Long, which is a pretty difficult fight to begin with, and I'll have a full breakdown of how to beat this guy on my channel coming soon if you want to take a look. But spoiler alert, a big part of it is countering this move where he charges you with a lightning strike. Letting him come to you allows you to pin him down and build up plenty of strength for a couple heavy attacks. Now, one key difference between this and the other spells is I would recommend ending this transformation once you have the boss stunned. It'll give you time to activate your other spells without having to burn through Immobilize or anything else in order to give you some more time. Or you can end it early if you have a powerful heavy attack waiting, and you can just use that as soon as they're back on their feet. So now you're wondering, which boss does this work well with? Now, we want to limit this transformation to bosses where they specialize in one of the 4 banes. As a reminder, those are Frost, which causes you to enter a chilled state, Scorch, which will burn you until you put it out, Poison, which does exactly what you think it does, and Thunder, which causes you to become shocked, a condition that increases how much damage you actually receive. Initially, this makes me think of Red Long, Black Long, Cyan Long, Kang-Jin Star, and Captain Wise Voice. There are plenty more, but hopefully this helps you get the gist of how it works. And with that, it's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.